So you can look at me, look at the camera as well, whichever one is comfortable.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, so we're starting.
Good day, everyone. My name is Masheleni Matters, born and bred in Kiani.
Dude, I haven't even done like my introduction.
I was starting first. I don't know. Okay.
Okay, cool. I'm starting.
I forgot. It's your show. It's your show. Yeah. I don't know.
Hello everybody, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. And if you're here for the first time, welcome. If you're a returning subscriber or a veteran in this channel, welcome back for yet another exciting episode of Risk, Money and Insurance. And so today, I will take, the liberty to say, guys, I'm not alone again. We're doing the property series. So I have a guest with me and I will give him a chance to just introduce himself, tell us more about who he is, because I'm so good at picking up all those good gems wherever they are and bringing them over to the channel. But before we get into that, just so you know, I have dropped that podcast, so do check it out on Spotify currently, and it will be out on Google Podcasts and Apple Podcasts. Don't worry, it's coming very soon. So now let's get into the video. Can you please introduce yourself, Ricky?
Hey y'all, my name is Masheleni Matters, born and bred in Kiani, Fana Pitori. Basically prefers Joburg, but yeah, so basically I'm a mechanical engineer. I've been working for the last 2 years, so I recently started a mechanical and reliability engineering. So for the last few years, I've been pursuing property, more so than anything. I feel like that's the future. That's how I secure my legacy. And yeah, so 2019, I was introduced to my mentor who basically set me up with Stokvels because I wanted to make money with my friends. So yeah. That's basically my background.
Your background.
Yeah.
Okay. I feel like we need to unpack that whole bio that you just gave. So you studied engineering.
Yeah.
Where do you work, if you're comfortable like disclosing where you work? And what does your day-to-day look like?
Honestly, more so than anything, currently I recently started as a reliability engineer for Collaborate Engineering Consulting. So basically what we do is we basically come up with solutions for various mines to basically alleviate their costs in terms of maintenance. So I'm the one that comes in and tells them, no, this is how they need to take care of their equipment, this is what they need to change, these are the new suppliers that they need to put and implement in place for them to actually be cost effective going forward. So basically I come in from a strategic, tactical and operational point of view and come up with solutions.
Interesting.
Yeah.
So I mean, if you're in the mines, I'd assume like you would have studied like mining engineering. How do you do like other engineer and still get into the same space?
No, you know what the chat is with everyone.
Yeah.
You sound like you're everyone.
Yeah.
Right now, so with mechanical engineering. Mechanical engineering is the basis of all engineering. There's no engineering without mechanical.
Okay,
all machinery, right? You get what I mean? All
Yeah.
machinery, even your generator, it has a mechanism of mechanical.
Yeah, true.
You get what I mean? To a standpoint. So even with your architects, they have to come to the mechanical engineer. We come in from the mechanical point of view.
Yes.
And we tell them, okay, this is possible. Because I'm sure you've seen with the buildings, they have structures that put in place. So the mechanical guys are the ones that come in with the piping. They come on with the structures. So they tell you what is possible and not possible. So basically, whatever you do in infrastructure has to have a mechanical engineering there.
Okay.
Fundamentally. More so than anything. Besides roads.
Besides roads. Yeah, no, true. And cars. Because we think mechanical engineering, then cars.
Yeah. So the fundamental, even with cars, the fundamental is mechanical. More so than
Machines.
You get what I mean?
Yeah.
So we dabble here and there.
Okay.
You get what I mean?
Makes sense. And then you mentioned property as well, right?
Yeah.
So back up to, before even getting to you making money with your friends, right?
Yeah.
Why property?
For me, I chose property because it's the one way that you can leverage legacy more so than anything else. So
Okay.
at home, what they always told us is, at the end of the day, you're gonna die, but what do you leave forth when you live? You get what I mean?
Yeah.
My father passed on.
Legacy.
My father passed on in 2010.
Yeah.
Right. So it was just me and my mom, but we lived the same way we did while he was alive. He ensured, he put things in place to ensure that we continue living that specific way after he was gone.
Yeah.
You get what I mean? He did that in place of an estate planning, and he put a trust in place. So each and every level that you go, according to what is written down, for you to get something, you had to basically ensure that you do whatever you wrote in the trust.
Give us an example, because this is interesting. So say you get a degree, maybe.
Yes, type of thing.
Okay.
So if you remember the one episode in Power where Tasha was like, Ghost is still controlling us even after he's dead, more so than anything else. So you have to get a degree. After you get your degree, there's certain things that's put in place to ensure your future and your kids' future. So that mentality for me has always stuck with me, to say, you know what, at the end of the day, that's what life is for, ensuring that the people that come after you have a better, life future going forward. True. So for me, it's like, okay, I want to make sure that all of my kids have property. So, but now the goal is have each and every kid that I want to have 2 properties. You get what I mean? Okay. And my goal is 6 kids.
6 kids. So that's 12 properties.
12 properties, more so than anything.
Yeah, 6 kids is a lot, eh?
Yeah, no, definitely. I feel like the merrier, the better.
Sure.
More so than anything else. Life gets boring. Life gets boring in your 50s. So at least they'll give you grandkids. Keep yourself preoccupied.
Everyone will have kids, and then you'll have you move from 6 to maybe 24. Exactly. And it's a whole full house. Exactly. Okay, interesting.
Yeah.
Now let's chat about your first property. When did you acquire your first property, and the story behind that?
I won't talk about my first property because that was something that was inherited more so than anything else. It was back home. But the first property that I purchased was in 2015 when I got to varsity. So the first year of my varsity, I was living with my brother. Yeah. So the situation was, I ain't moving into res. I don't like control. I don't like to, you get what I mean? Okay. So that was the initial.
UP res was that strict, where it's you can't just do whatever. What were you running away from?
Control. I liked coming in when I wanted to. I liked leaving when I wanted to. I didn't like explaining. So getting an apartment type vibes where it's me opening the pin for you to come in and come out. That was the one thing I was more comfortable with. Okay. So now it was this is my situation financially. What can I get? You get what I mean? Yes. So now it's there's a property I see here. It's for 1.2 million.
Hectic.
It's not that deep, but it's not that deep. So I'm here's the property for 1.2 million. Yeah. I have a deposit for 200,000. I'm gonna put it down. Yes. Right. Then I'm gonna get a mortgage on it. When I do get a mortgage on it, it's a big area. I can supplement the other room. So what I did is I turned the sitting room into a room. I turned the 2 other rooms into a room, and
was it how many square meters was that property? Because it sounds like it was spacious.
Yeah, I think it was 395.
Oh, okay, no, that's a whole house, eh? That's someone's house.
Yeah. So I divided it up in such a way that I just left myself with the big room, and they were paying rent, and I was good.
You were good.
And
how many other people were in there with you?
There was 4 of us. Okay. It was 3 gents and me. Okay. So because I paid 200,000 down. Yeah. That means that $1 million, my levies, not my levies, but my mortgage was, I think, 800,000. Okay. Plus insurance, and I was charging them. I'm not gonna say this, but I was charging them what I was charging them because I know one of them is gonna be watching this in the future. I was charging them what I was charging them. Then they paid the difference. Sure. You get what I mean? Hectic. And I moved on. That stuff, we put it in a trust, So at least when my kids turn 18, they have something when they come this side. That was the mentality more so than anything. Then that's where I started. Then I basically started doing the same thing around Hatfield. Even where I'm at right now in the East End, find an area full of students, you buy the house, and the houses there are actually cheaper with a higher return. Because you can buy a house for like 300,000, you can put like 10 people in there.
10 people in
like,
there,
type
depending
of situation.
on how you structured, designed the interior.
Then from doing all of that, I was like, nah, but I have friends, we're all scattered, how can we make money together? Then that's when the property stokvel mentality came from, economic freedom, group economics. We can do more together than we can do separated type of thing. But the first one I tried failed because you realize people are busy paying their installments, people are paying this, and it's like, hey, yo, dog, I have a girlfriend, my girlfriend is expecting this, so I can't commit more so than anything else. So, and the one difference I think that's separates me from the rest of my peers is I don't actually have anything I consider as a liability. More so than anything else. So I don't own a car. You get what I mean? Where I rent even today, it's like, it's a commune. So in the commune, I live with the first people I started when I started working at the mine. One of my first job, my first engineering job. So I got the house, I got the landlord. I was like, hey, yo, dog, can I rent out the house? Right? And I put people in. Right? Then, same story. They paid the rent. They're still paying the rent. You get what I mean?
So now you're currently renting, but you've got you're not staying at your own property.
Yeah, type of thing. No, like honestly, like your house is your liability. Like your own house is your liability, because at the end of the day, what I consider asset is everything that produces cash for you. If it's not producing anything for you, it's not making money. So that's how I quantify it. And at the end of the day, whatever property I do get for myself, it has to have a return more so than anything else. That's the biggest fundamental here. Like they say, how things for business, guys. I'm from the Pope, I don't owe anyone nothing. Type of Shandy. So for me, that's how I always had the outlook, is like, how do I give more? And for me, this is the fundamental. Is I think the one thing I always say is my moms and dads, they did everything for us. Like, so when I got to varsity, I finished, I didn't feel any pressure to say, no, I need to get a car, I need to get this, because all of those things were there at home. You get what I mean?
It's not like it's...
I traveled the world early. I've seen a lot of things. So for me, the mindset is, okay, I need to create an environment that's like that for my kids. More so
even
than anything.
better.
Even better. You get what I mean?
Growing up.
More so than anything else.
And the first property stokvel. So you guys get together. How did you choose who to go into, that stokvel with? And also, what is a property stokvel for someone who might not know?
So I wouldn't use the term stokvel. The term stokvel is what's made it popular in the country. It's basically you starting a group of people coming together and basically pouring money in. Because the concept of a stokvel is we put money, you put money, you put money, then we give you the whole bulk. But instead of that, in terms of a property stokvel, we put money all together. Then once it's big enough, we get a commercial property. You get what I mean? So it allows you to say, okay, if Fulani can basically get a property at 1.2 million, if I get 10 other people that can do that and we pour it into one place, we can get a place for 10 million. And the residual return is usually higher than
what you put in.
For 1.6, you get what I mean? So that is the fundamental of it. It's basically us putting our net worths together and getting something bigger.
And how do you decide who to go into this with? For instance, the first one, the very first property that you got.
Initially, I based it on the people that I thought were smart.
Smart.
The people that were disciplined.
Disciplined.
And I got 20 people in the room. Wait,
what? That's a lot of people.
No, honestly, I know. I think I got 20 people in the room. You get what I mean? I even asked them. I was like, okay, guys, who do you know who's reliable that we can say, if we're deciding to say we're putting in 10K every month for 12 months, everyone will be able to do it. Everybody went and got their first 3 friends. You get what I mean? And we ended up with 20. We established a constitution. We had a chairman. We had a vice. we had a treasury, we
So
had
it's
a portfolio.
serious.
Yeah,
It's like a
type of
serious
thing.
thing, yeah.
So the people that are put in place, the chairman and the treasurer, are the ones that co-sign with the bank when we establish. Because even if you go with to Netbank,
Yes.
so every time we needed to do a transaction of money leaving, I, as the chairperson at the time, was voted as the chairperson.
Oh, okay. So we
and
have
the
a
treasurer.
Stokvel chairperson in the building. Yeah, okay. That's good.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
as the chairperson, I and the treasurer, we had to sign if the money could leave, but we can only do that after we talk to all of the
members.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's the
Yeah.
fundamental of it. You get what I mean? Then we
Yes.
pull money together. But, that specific first Stokvel didn't go
Didn't
well.
work out. But what were the key lessons or like the key learnings from that first Stokvel that didn't go?
One thing I've learned is not everybody's meant to go with you.
Yo, okay, that is deep. Unpack that.
Like, not everybody you grew up is meant to be at the top with you.
Okay.
You need to take the people that are willing to go there more so
Okay.
than anything else, and align yourself with people with a similar vision, because a vision allows you to go longer together. You get what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's not that they are bad people, or not, it's just that they are not aligned with that. You understand? People,
Yeah.
we're in our 20s. Most people want to look good in their cars with their 2-bedroom apartment,
Yeah.
and life.
Yeah.
But one thing I've learned is the 30s and 40s,
Yeah.
there are different stories. And I'm saying this as a last born at home. I'm supposed to be a spoiled one, but I'm the last born. I'm the one who's responsible. I'm trying to learn from my siblings' mistakes, because that's what they've always taught me. This is what we did. This is the lifestyle we were living when we were your age, and these are the mistakes, and this is where you fix it.
Yeah. So you coming in to fix.
Yeah, and I don't always like it. I don't always am the most responsible person, mind you.
Yeah.
But the fundamental is, don't make any mistakes that you can't come back from.
Okay.
Getting the wrong car is a 5-year, 6-year commitment. You can't wake up and say,
I'm done.
you get what I mean?
Yeah.
That can bite you. Two installments you miss.
Yeah.
The bank comes calling you, hello, my friend. Is this you? You get what I mean? And I think
We've come to possess what is ours. Yeah.
Yeah, and I think that's the one thing I never understood. Mind you, I may be wrong, but we're all biased in our way of thinking.
True.
When someone is like, they just got a car, they're like, I'd like to thank God. I'm like, missed two payments. And you see if God has your back.
Why are you this person? Why are you this person?
Nah. No, I'm a realist. Like, as much as anything, I'm a realist. More so than anything.
You missed 2 payments? That is funny.
They'll call you, eh?
True.
They'll call you. Call you. More so than anything. They'll call you like, are you okay? Are you good?
Yeah.
Is there anything you want to tell us?
Yeah.
You get what I mean? So from that understanding, it's like, okay, is it really yours? Or you're taking it from the bank for a certain period of time up until you pay them everything you owe?
True.
You get what I mean? So that outlook on life is, I think, it's the one that kept me safe, because, to a certain extent, I also like waking up one day and say, you know what, guys, can I quit my job?
Yeah.
You get what I
True.
mean?
Yeah.
And
literally don't not feel like you're quitting your job and there are things that
are
holding you from actually doing that.
Yeah,
That's freedom.
Yeah.
That's actually financial freedom.
Yeah, so that's what I'm trying to look for more so than anything else. At least I want to have my kids say, you know what, the foundations that time and put in place.
You keep talking about kids, eh?
Yeah, I want kids. The problem is,
are you ready to get married?
I am ready to get married, but most people I met are not ready to commit.
Oh, okay.
You get what I mean?
Yeah.
Like
I advertise it because this can be future wife might be watching.
Besides that, I'm single. I'm not seeing anybody.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So they can DM you.
They can try.
Okay.
I have high expectations, guys. Very high.
Yo, okay. He's single and ready to mingle.
You get what I mean?
Okay.
And as such as that, you might find that someone does, but I don't meet their specific standards, and that's how life is. You have to align yourself accordingly. It's a give and take more so than anything else.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So those are the key lessons from the Stokvel.
Yeah, it was the key lessons that you can't take everybody. Then going forward, it was taking the people that I can rely on. The people that you can randomly call and you say, your people. You know the people that you can call and ask for money. I was like, hey, yo, dog, I need this and this amount. They don't say much. I get it like that.
Okay.
So,
but I feel like to get to that point, you also need to be like someone who's faithful. Because if I borrow you money and you don't give it back, then it's just like...
Yeah, no, it's like that more so than anything else. I always tell people is like I'm the type of person people come when they need to borrow money.
Okay.
So it's like if I borrow you money, like there's certain amounts I will never ask for them back if you borrow them.
How much is
I'll
that?
leave you like that. Like,
oh,
for
okay.
example,
In case your friends are watching.
No, like you're wrong for that. But okay, for example, if I borrow you like let's use a random number. It's not the right number. You borrow 200 rands.
Okay.
And you don't bring it back. I will never ask for it again.
Yeah, no, true. It's one of those.
Matter when you text me now, Bluetooth you like I'll leave you like that.
Okay, true. Because if you're not faithful in the little, then how do I know that?
What the big thing?
You're gonna return it.
You get what I mean?
No, true.
And you keep it pushing because at the end of the day, I expect you to respect me. I gave you something. I expected a return because you borrowed it more so than anything else.
So your money comes back with returns.
What do you mean?
Like, let's say I'm borrowing how much from you? Like 2,000 rands from you. When I return it, you don't expect 2,000. How much are you expecting?
No, I do. For my friends. I'm not going to talk about the rest of the business I'm involved in, but for my friends.
For your friends?
Yes, for my friends. You get what I mean? If you've seen my niece, you've picked up my niece, I don't charge you specifically interest. If you've seen where my house is, I wouldn't do that to you.
Okay.
You get what I mean?
Yeah.
So my people more so than anything else.
Okay.
Type of thing. Yeah.
All right.
So that process in itself allowed me to filter. I was like, oh no, these are the guys that are reliable in my circle.
Yes.
I also know these guys. I'm not familiar with them, but I've been told they're reliable. Then we basically poured into a specific Stokvel. Okay. And it was a really nice commercial property. I'm not gonna really talk much about it, but we set it up.
So you went commercial rather than residential?
Yeah, commercial is better.
Why?
It's rental space.
Okay.
Rental space is generally high yield profit. You get what I mean? Yeah. So with a property on a good day, the highest yield you can get is probably like 18%. And with commercial, you're looking at like 25 going upwards.
You're right.
You get what I mean? So if you're paying off a mortgage, you can still live comfortably off that specific money.
Yeah.
But with that specific Stokvel, it was meant for us to avoid mortgages. Okay. More so than anything else. So we poured in money, you know, and
how much is each person like pouring out? Because you speak of money, it's very, in our minds we've got numbers, but how much is each person contributing?
It depends. It can go from like as small as like maybe 2K per person. Okay. To it depends.
No. Just we're not saying it's your Stokvel specifically, but
no, it depends. If you're saying not mine, you can look at from like 2,000 up to 100. I know certain people that put in like 50 to 100K a month in Stokvels. Okay. You get what I mean? Yeah. But they know what they're doing that for more so than anything else. It's you accumulate specific commercial properties that you could not get by yourself. Okay. You get what I mean? So I mean that's generally what I want. I want a winning team that's making proper dough in terms of income, and we put it into passive. Yeah. More so than anything else. So with us is we have a singular bank account. We put the money there in the bank account. Then when we feel like we need to buy a property, we put it in a specific trust that we have. Oh, you get what I mean? Okay. So the trust is the one that buys the property. Right?
So it's not under the chairperson's name?
Yes. Okay. The trust buys the property. Once the trust buys the property, it buys it from the money it lended from us as an entity. So we're two entities. We have a trust, we have a business. Okay. The money, we put it into the business. It has a business account, right? Then that specific business loans the trust the money to go buy the profit. So now is the trust is paying where it's paying, and the trust is always paying us back a specific percentage. You get what I mean?
Okay. So when you're doing this with a bank, the bank is loaning the trust money if you guys don't have the cash.
Yes, more so than anything else. But for us, it's been in a situation where the business ourselves, which is the body, corporate, the members, right? Yes. And we take that money, you get what, we loan it to the trust. You get what I mean? Yeah. Then we move accordingly. Okay. So how many, is it like, are you a member of one Stokvel, multiple Stokvels? And how many properties are you guys like currently sitting on? Currently, I'm part of three.
Stokvels, okay.
Three. The one is just involved in just commercial. So commercially, we have like 4 situations where people are renting out stores. Then the other 2 is real estate.
Oh, okay.
Real estate, yes.
Yeah.
And the one is family. I'm not gonna talk about that.
Yeah.
Because I don't want to get in trouble. But
yeah. Okay.
Yeah, type of thing. So moms and stuff like that. So that's the one I don't want to talk about.
Of course. No.
Yeah.
We get it. We get it. So when you guys see a property, right? What do you look for? Do you look at like the location, or are you looking at the possible income you might get from the place? How do you decide on which property to sort of invest in?
Okay.
As a stokvel.
I wouldn't say as a stokvel. I'd say individually when you want to buy a property.
Okay.
You're looking at what is the value of the houses or property in the area, and can I find one in that area that is undervalued and pour money into it, because it means it's going to give me a higher yield. Because at the end of the day, when I do my monthlies for that specific property, it has to be based on the area there. If I'm in Mainland and the rent in Mainland is 9.5, it has to be 9.5. So where do I find a property in Mainland that is very undervalued? And this is usually, I'm not supposed to be telling. It's most people will think this is bad, but I have a belief system that you buy when there's blood on the streets, even if it's your own.
What does that mean?
So it's
even if it's your own.
Yes.
Elaborate.
So it's recession. So basically, when people lose their jobs.
Okay.
When people lose their jobs, they lose their houses, they lose their cars.
Yeah.
Right.
True.
These things go to auctions.
Yeah.
And when they go to auctions, you buy it for nothing.
Yeah. You
buy as much as you can.
Yeah.
You reevaluate it, put it in the market. The best thing you can do actually is whatever area that you're in, you go into you look for your sheriff. And you go on their merit list. So they'll show you each and every individual house that has been taken from someone, and that's going to go into auction.
Yeah.
So you're like, okay, this is in Mainland. This is the estimated value.
Yes.
And you go scoop it up. You can scoop up a property for like 200,000. That was 1 million something. You fix up what you fix up. You put a person there. You rent out the house. You continue with your life.
Okay.
That's the mentality of it more so than. But when you talk like this and you talk to people, you're like, you're waiting for people to lose their houses.
Yeah, it feels evil.
Yeah, but I think it's somebody has to do the job. Somebody has to run the mortuary. You get what I mean?
Sure. Yeah. No, true.
Where the body's gonna go?
You
get what I mean? So that is the mentality going into anything more so than anything else. You have to position. Like I said, I'm doing this for my kids and my grandkids.
Yeah.
So what anybody thinks, it doesn't matter more so than anything. As long as everything is done legally and according to the law, I'm good with it more so than anything else.
All right. So would you say there's blood in the streets right now?
No, it's coming. I'm expecting it. We are all waiting. Right now, there's a recession.
You're waiting with the pockets ready.
Yes, because even the IMF said specifically that 2/3 of the world is going to go into a recession. I'm sure recently you've heard in America, Silicon Bank went over. 2
banks actually.
Yeah, and I think the other one was crypto. I think FTX.
Yeah.
So that will trickle down to South Africa, or trickle down to the rest of the world. And when that opportunity comes, you buy what you can.
You buy what you can.
You buy what you can. Yeah.
So how do I prepare now for the recession, knowing that there's blood coming on the streets?
No, you live under your means more so than anything else. You save up as much as you can. You can buy whatever you need. But a lot of people that do this. But most of the people do it with cars.
True.
Most of the people do it with liabilities.
Yes.
I think that's the fundamental problem with us, is we know when to do something when it makes us look good.
Yes.
You get what I mean? But not when it benefits us. So now it's like, okay, it's coming. How do I align myself with when everybody else falls, I rise? So that's the fundamental thinking of it.
How to rise.
You get what I mean? Because a recession is not necessarily bad. It's transfer of money from one group to specifically another group.
Yeah.
You get what I mean? So that's the thinking behind it more so than anything. I know I look like a bad person.
No, you're not a bad. I wouldn't say you are a bad person.
Yeah.
I mean, at the end of the day, when someone says something is undervalued, there's someone who's losing in the process They might not put it in the exact same like words that you use, like when there's blood in the streets, but that's essentially what we're doing at the end of the day. So
more so than
wouldn't
anything
say else. You are a bad person. Okay, so you wait for a specific time.
Yes.
Okay.
You don't just say we have money, we're buying. You get what I mean? Okay. And I think that's
strategic.
the crucial. Yeah, you have to be strategic about it.
Yeah.
The seasons are never the same. That's why we have 4 a year.
Okay.
Understand?
Yeah.
But the one thing I'll say, the Stokvels help. It's just that the one fundamental of it, when you're doing it with a lot of group of people, you need to align yourself in such a way that you don't lose money or you don't lose time, because people change their minds. So you put in clauses to say, no, this is where seeing this throughout. And if you.
But what happens when someone they change their mind and they want out? What do you guys do? Do you like give them their money back? How does it work?
We do give you your money back, but you lose. So there's a specific clause that says you don't get, like, we're taking 5%.
Okay.
That type of situation.
Yeah. Okay.
So that's how we put it in place. You say, okay, that's fine. Usually we have periods of time where we're like, no, if you take it out within this period, taking 10%. But if there's a specific period, you can leave with all your money, more so than anything else.
Okay.
You get what I mean?
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, you also need to understand we're not your money keepers.
Okay.
Banks charge.
Yeah.
And accordingly, we have a constitution, and the constitution applies to everybody.
Yeah. And who came up with the constitution? Did you guys like hire a lawyer, or you wrote it yourself?
The first one.
Of course, the first one. I'm sure the first one you were freestyling.
We were freestyling.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were freestyling, but with the second one, you sit down with your lawyers, put everything in print, what you need, what you don't need, how we protect everyone.
Yes.
Go forward like that. More so than anything else.
Yeah.
Yeah, then take it from there.
Take it from there.
Yeah.
So for people out there like myself and my friends, if we want to go into this property stokvel thing, what would you say, like, where should we start?
Me personally, like I said, with anything, even with relationships, you guys like to complicate things. How many times have you been heartbroken, but you still go back to dating? You get what I mean? Like as much as anything else, like I myself, I recently came from a relationship, and I broke up with we broke up. Yeah. Right. But like I didn't.
Now we know you. Okay. Let me not be spicy. But yeah.
Like we broke up because our values and goals were not aligned. It didn't work out because of those things.
I hope she's not watching this.
Please, I hope so too. You get what I mean? And like our values were not aligned, and as much as it hurts, and it's been depressing.
It stings.
It stings, but you go again. You get
and
what
try
I mean?
again. You don't like literally give up and say I'm out of the game. You rest, you go back.
Yeah, you try again. It's the same concept with losing money. You get what I mean?
Yeah.
That's how it works, The first draft, it might not look. The second draft, they're like, hey guys, we need to learn from our mistakes. And you go from there, more so than anything. Like there's no real formula to it.
True.
You get what I mean? Like as you do it, you become better and better, you become more efficient. Okay, these are the options that I have. How do you get what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's like with the first one, you might even taste a bit of money. You're like, guys, next when we do the second one, I must make sure.
Yeah, we must make sure that we do it right.
Yeah, you get what I mean?
Okay. And then now, moving forward, do you see yourself like still investing in property stokvels?
Yeah, if it's beneficial. It's beneficial more so than anything else. If it's aligned with the right people, it makes sense. It doesn't feel like I'm wasting time. You get what I mean? I don't think it will be a problem. I think right now my focus mostly is trying to get my engineering certifications right now. So that's why I don't really, even coming here today, I was like, but I'm supposed to be doing, but you were recommended by a close friend, who I really appreciate. I was like, nah, I can't let this guy down also.
Thanks, Tiniko.
Yeah. You get what I mean?
Yeah.
So I was like, nah, let me just make time. and do that. My primary focus, right, is just getting all of my certifications, aligning myself so at least I can compete. Because I compete, and I compete with my siblings. They know I'm coming.
Okay. Oh, okay. And they're all engineers.
Yeah, all of them are mechanical engineers. Yeah. So it's like it's always been, you come from a good family. You
do.
The shoes,
Yeah.
You get what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's huge shoes to fill, but I've relished the challenge, and more so than anything else, that pressure, that comparison is the reason why I'm here today. Because I'm not gonna lie, I'm lazy here and there. But when you wake up in the morning, you're like, that portrait of me and my siblings there.
Yeah.
I have to push.
Okay.
You get what I mean?
So your siblings there, your inspiration.
Yeah, my role models more so than anything else.
Okay.
You get what I mean? Those are the fundamentals of what I am and who I am today.
Is your siblings.
Yeah.
So, and I had this question, like, to say, what makes you happy and what inspires you? I mean, we are now we are done with the business. Now we just
for me,
trying to wrap it up nicely.
Yeah, for me, I think one thing that does make me happy more so than anything is helping others. I don't know why, but for me to step forth and say, okay, you have a problem, how do I fix it? How do I help? That for me has always made me happy.
Okay.
You get what I mean?
Yeah.
And I actually passed engineering because of it, because I was around a few people that needed help, and they needed help. I studied. When
so
it was just for me,
when
it was just for me, I was like,
it's fine. We'll see. Test week.
Yeah,
we'll see.
We'll make a plan type of thing. But like when you are surrounding in the situations, like, do I need help with this? Can you help me with that? We need to do this. It always kept me engaged more so than anything else.
Okay.
So for me, it's adding value to the marketplace, adding value to people. I'm not a person that says I'm passionate about this and I'm doing this because the core value is adding value to help.
Help.
It can be in music, it can be in engineering, it can be whatever, as long as I'm helping.
As long as you're helping.
You get what I mean?
Okay.
Because I am my brother's keeper at the end of the day.
So people, how can people reach out to you? How can they connect with you?
More so than anything else, they can connect with me on Instagram. They can connect to me on LinkedIn.
Okay.
But I think the preferred one would be LinkedIn. So you just look for Masheleni Matters. I think the first title there will be Reliability Engineer, and you can reach out there more so than anything else. I don't check my DMs, I'm not gonna lie to you.
You don't check your DMs?
I rarely do.
Okay. No, makes sense. But why?
It's too much work. There's a lot going on.
But then you just said people must contact you if they want.
LinkedIn.
So even the ones that are shooting their shot, they should come to LinkedIn.
I'm not saying that. I'm just saying I'm gonna reply promptly on
LinkedIn.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I have a business proposal, but okay, interesting.
Type of thing.
What's your handle on Instagram, just so they can?
Reiki_Aramis.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll also put it down, guys. Don't worry, I got you. And the LinkedIn one as well, the one that's promising when it comes to response.
Yeah.
But any last words?
For me, I would say, when it comes to life, put your foot forward and make your dreams happen. If you fall, you fall. But you fall. If you don't, life is nice. But we all fall here and there. But that's my 2 cents.
Life is nice.
Yeah, put your foot forward.
If you fall, you fall.
You fall.
How much have you lost? Like the major.
Yeah. Don't start.
I mean, now that you said, I was just curious.
No, for me, that's what I'm saying. I think people need to understand how I look at money. I don't look at money the same way people do. I look at money as a game.
Okay.
You get what Monopoly, it's the same thing. I count my falls in relationships more than I do money, because you can always make more money.
Okay.
But the time you spend with people, you can't get that back.
True. And once they pass, it's like the past, you can't.
So that's why they always say you should watch the people you make memories with.
Thank you so much for making the time.
No, definitely, and I appreciate it.
To actually come and to open up and to just allow us to do this. Truly appreciate it.
Yeah, hopefully I didn't say too much, but
No, don't worry, you didn't. I think you were very open, you shared so much, and I think people will find this helpful as much as I did, because I was here, damn. But anyways, Thank you so much. Thank you so much for coming.
No, definitely. Anything to help more so than anything. Add value to society, because I think
Yeah.
that's what the show is about.
True.
You get what I mean?
Yeah.
But yeah, thank you for having me.
Yeah.
Very much appreciated.
No, you will definitely come back again.
No, I hope so.
How's that?
I hope so. No, I
Yeah,
hope so.
we should do something else. Like after this, you
No,
should
definitely.
definitely come back for another topic, because I feel like there's a lot that's going on here that we must find out about. So guys, don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. I love you guys so much. Mwah. I'll see you in the next video. Oh, bye.
Bye, y'all.